Good day to anybody who's watching this video. I'm wondering if you've had the same experience, that you've read and seen a lot of the body positive stuff and you're kind of feeling like, yeah, I know I probably should like my body, I shouldn't be so hard on it and critical, but that's not quite helping me. And so my name's Tracy Brown. I'm a somatic dietitian and a tune eating specialist, and today we're going to try to answer the question, what do I do, or basically what's next if telling myself I should like my body isn't quite working. So those of you who are watching live, thank you for being here. It's actually quite early. You can still see the shine of my face lotion. It hasn't even absorbed in yet, and I'm sitting in the parking lot of my daughter's school because there's a big school function this morning, and this was the only time I had to do this video, and I didn't want to let y'all down. So I'm glad you're here. So those for the replay, let me know that you're watching the replay, and I will answer your questions. Please tag me. So let's get started. All right, so liking our bodies is something that I do think is in us, just like wanting to be securely attached to safe people is in us. But I think it gets disrupted. The idea that our bodies are good, or at least we don't have a bad relationship with them, isn't formed without complicity, which means we had to be exposed to being worried about our bodies in some kind of way. So it's a relational issue. It's not just a logic issue. And so I think it's really it's really great that we have all of these resources. In fact, you all know that honestly my very favorite body image helping book, and the book that I've based a course on, is When Women Stop Hating Their Bodies. And if you haven't read that book, go read it. If you haven't read it in a while, read it again. It's just that powerful. And I think it really helps us to see, like, we have to reestablish this neutral and peaceful, and then maybe at some point, like, really good relationship with how we look, even and especially when it doesn't meet the cultural ideal, because we didn't start out in this life hating our bodies. That was a learned thing in relationship with other people. So it's a relational, actually heart and body and soul issue, not just a lack of knowledge issue. So just put that out there. And so how do some of my clients learn to first hate their bodies less, and then have this truce and have some respect and appreciate, and then move on to maybe eventually acceptance and thinking their bodies aren't so bad and kind of liking them. How do they do that? And it's really about first catching your thinking, and then, if you want to go deeper with that, to be able to notice, and what's the experience like inside of what's happening right now? And is it actually about your body's badness? Or is it about something else? Like, relating right now in this space, I'm having these thoughts about XYZ person or experience, and my body's inside reminding me of that. So this has nothing to do with what your outsides look like. I know it sounds a little complex, but really it's like the starting place. Another thing you can also do is start to think about, when I say think, just know this is a tool and then it's action oriented, is really think about, for example, and I'll just leave this one example for today, is oftentimes I hear people say, I really want to have a flat stomach, because if I have a flat stomach, then, it'll just look nicer. Well, what's nicer about that? Well, I just like the way it looks. Well, okay, where did you get that from? And really dig in there to see, it's always this cultural or relational piece. Almost, 99% of the time, it's a cultural learning or relational experience. Okay. And so what about that? Having a belly that sticks out is not okay. And I'm giving you an amalgam of some client experiences. So this is not anybody's one thing. I'm mushing all a bunch of stuff together. Is that oftentimes it's if I really stick out there, XYZ people, known or unknown, will think it's this, Y, XYZ or another. So that's a relational experience. It's not that inherently your body is ugly or too big or too much. It's just the belly is the container for this relational experience, with relationship with our culture or relationship more personally. And recognize, like, oh, it's not the body shape that's the problem. It's containing and learning how to negotiate living in this environment or in that relationship. That's the dilemma with body image stuff. And so it's really important to start to really unpack your own history with your body and the thoughts you have about your body, and to recognize that, like, your body's listening. Even if you are being critical to yourself, that's still a relationship. Still going to create some somatic sensations and experience and have memory. So I hope this gives you a little bit of a rabbit trail to start to think about where to find and where to go, about, like, instead of thinking you don't have enough information to feel better about your body, it's, again, clean up your social media, make sure there's diversity in who you view and the kind of people and bodies you see, not just thin white people. Really look at your environment and see what's going on and who are out there trying to express that it's okay for me to be out here and to be seen and to be heard. All right, I hope you have a really good day. If you have any questions or thoughts or deeper, like, ahas, please, post them below. I'd love to hear about it. Thank you so much for everybody that comes live. I really appreciate you. And share this with people you think that might benefit. I know this is a complex issue, and just knowing that there are paths to take to get deeper, to have some resolution, that's what I want you to know. All right, bye for now, and I'll see you in the next video.